Good morning, crafty friends. It's Sue, your not so crafty crafter, and I am here with I think this is going to be my 4th episode of Satmorn Makes. If you're not familiar, Satmorn Makes is a collaboration created by Jill Norwood of Greenwood Girl Cards, where all you do is share your makes. I believe the premise originally was for you to just carve out some time where you can be in your crafty world and de-stress and have fun. And I personally consider my crafting time part of my self-care, which is very important right now, as everyone knows, because the times we're going through right now, everybody needs to take care of themselves first, because if you're not in a good spot and you're not healthy, you can't care for others. Moms especially, I pray to you, take time for yourself. I really, really stress that. Excuse me. Excuse me. I have 3 little makes here to share with you. And again, get back on track here. All you need to do to share your stuff is share it on your social media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you are, and just use the hashtag SatmornMakes, and it will allow all of us to see your creative heart. So, and I love Jill Norwood for thinking of this. I mean, I just found it maybe 3/4 of the way through the year this past year, and I have loved sharing. And I'm not the best crafter, I mean, there are some amazing creators out there. I just do the best I can, and if I make mistakes, well, guess what? You see those too. It's all about real life. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in and share the few things that I made. A couple of these, like this first thing I'm going to show you, is very simple, and I made it one night during the week. I ordered a couple of little things. I had to order some medical supplies for my husband on Amazon. Typically, he gets those from the VA, but some of the things we needed, the quality of their products isn't so great, and we found some really good quality stuff on Amazon with his first order, and so I ordered more. And in that, I threw in a couple of die sets from KS Crafts. This first one is a large Easter egg, and it's 4 dies. It's a lace doily die. There's 2 oval stitch dies, and then there's this crisscross die here. The lace oval die here on the outer side, I don't know if you can see it through the paper, but it does have stitching on the inside, and then there's little holes for eyelets, and then a scalloped edge. Very, very pretty. And I went ahead, and of course I had to cut it out right away. I didn't know what I was going to make. So what I did was I used some paper, and you'll see this pink polka dot paper used in another craft because I had scraps of it left over. This is a little bit larger than 6x6. So a 6x6 piece of paper isn't going to work. You're going to need to use something a little bit bigger. I cut 2 12x12 sheets right down the middle and made them a little bit longer, and then I just measured them up here. Now, it will fit through your regular die machine. It's just not going to cover a 6x6 piece of paper. It's a little too big for that. So what I did, I had to cut it out. I had to try it. So I used some paper I got from Michaels, and it was like a 4 or 5 designs. I think there's 4 or 5 of each sheet, and there were 20 or 25 sheets in the pack, and I bought 2 or 3 different packs, and each piece had a different color of glitter paper. So the first one I used had a lot of spring colors, and it had this white glitter paper, and then I used this top egg on the same pack of paper from Michaels, and you can't really see the polka dots here, but this is pink and white polka dots. A lot of it looks like the little O's, but it's pink and white. Pink with white polka dots. Now, the only thing, I didn't know what to do with this, so I just put it together and thinking maybe I can use it like a, not so much postcard, but I could probably make a tag out of it. I just don't have any light colored eyelets. I'd probably use a light, like a silver eyelet or something, and then just write my name and stuff on the back. The one thing I didn't catch, I know, I want to say it was Jen from Strawberry Cream 39 that hauled this recently. But I don't know if she used this top part or not, because for whatever reason, I thought the egg was all one piece, and this piece in the middle was just not cut so that you could fit like a sentiment strip on there or something, but that's not the case. The egg does cut completely, like a third of the way down, or a little more than half of the way down, but it's still very, very pretty. Now, I will say, with my die cutting machine, especially on this glitter paper, I made another one and it was fine with regular paper, but with the glitter paper, these little dots, these little holes here in the lace or the scalloped edging had to be poked out individually. They would not pop out on their own, but this is a heavier paper. So, and then also these, for the most part, all of these X's and little O's, a few of the little, like there's little, excuse me, little dots in between rows, some of those had to be popped out too, but not a lot. If you're using regular paper, you'll be fine. And I just glued this all together, and I just thought it made it really pretty. I could even use it as an ornament or put it, make an easel back or something to put on my mantle. It's just really, I just love this glitter paper. So that was my first make. My second make, I also used this same die set, only I used paper from this paper pad. This is called, it's from Paper Studios, called Foiled Floral. Now, I have this in one of these scrapbook.com envelopes. It's a 13 by 13 envelope. I think they're like $9.99 for 5 of them. Sometimes they go on sale. It's got a nice flap in the front, keeps everything nice and tight. And I have a lot of my paper in these now. But what I've been doing when I get a 12 by 12 paper pad that I like a lot, what I'll do is I'll take, like this has 20 sheets, 3 of each. So what I did with this one is I took the ones I especially like, I cut them all down. I made them all 6 by 6 and I keep them in a different container because I feel personally I'm more inclined to use my 6 by 6 papers than I am to reach for my 12 by 12 for whatever reason. But again, this I had to pull from here because it's a little bit bigger than 6 by 6. So I pulled from here, and I pulled this pretty gingham. And then this one you really are going to have a hard time seeing, but it's floral print, and it's tulips. And I thought, oh, tulips for spring and Easter, how perfect. So what I wanted to do was create a shaped card. And that's exactly what I did. I cut the gingham out of the lace piece, and these holes just popped right out. Oh, no, maybe not. There's a few in there that are still there. I missed those. And then I cut one of the smaller pieces. I think it was the smallest of the ovals. And you can see the stitching here. And put it on the top. But before I adhered it, what I did is I scored the top right here, and I made it a shaped card. And I stamped on the inside. And then I just did this part this morning because I didn't know what I wanted to do with this. Because the paper is beautiful and I wanted it to stand out. So I just used this Catherine Pooler ink in Uptown. And I used this stamp set. This is from Art Impressions. This is one of the ones several years back. They had a bunch of them go on clearance. And I used this Easter Blessing sentiment. I think this is probably the only Easter stamp set I have. And then now I have this Easter die. I have a basket as well from Elizabeth Craft. I'm going to work on that this weekend and make something with that. But yeah, so I made this shaped card. It's a little wonky, it's a little off on the side, but I like that a lot. I really do. It's probably going to need a 5 by 7 envelope to hold it, but that's okay. And then I used some embellishments. I don't know where these came from. I want to say these are probably from my scrapbook store that I used to go to, Memory Bound. I haven't been up there in forever, like 6 months maybe. Yeah, it was June. It was Father's Day weekend the last time I was up there. So a little more than 6 months. And they come in plastic bags, but I'd probably rip the bag tearing it open or something. And then I use these Pink Fresh Studios Sky Blue Jewels. And just kind of embellished. And then I cut the strip out. So, kind of pretty. I like that a lot. And then the last thing I made... I don't know what I was thinking, girls. I was trying to do a shaker. We all know how that turns out for me. This one actually isn't horrible, if I can find it. I found, this was the other item I picked up at KS Crafts on Amazon. And it is called, what is this called? Cute Bunny. And it is a really, really cute bunny. It's all of these dies, the ears, glasses, the nose, little pieces that go on his bow tie, and some flowers. And I have the flowers. I left the flowers in there. I did use the flowers. And what I ended up doing is I used more of that pink polka dot paper. I'm just going to show you the bunny first. Is he not so stinking cute? He's adorable. But I didn't know what to do with him. I just had the cutout sitting here on my desk this morning, and I thought, I got to figure him out. I got to finish him. So I was going through my stash, and I found this. This is from Sizzix. It was $1.86. It still has the price tag on it. From 2016, from a Hobby Lobby clearance haul. And basically what it is, it's a small little note card, and it has a window cut out in the front of it, so just open it, but it's got a clear window. And I thought, that edging is wide enough, I bet I could do something with that to make it a shaker. So I put my thinking cap on, and sure enough, I made it a little shaker. I cut through the first time, it cuts this out, and what I did was, when I opened it, I put a piece of there's not a lot of shaker elements in there because I wanted to be able to see the bunny. But I put a piece of acetate down. I put some foam tape around the edge, and I used the very, very thin, I think it's by Doris, foam strips around the outside edge. Filled it, put another piece of acetate over the top. Now, what I did was, this set has this insert right here. It's a square die. Or rectangle die, and I cut that out twice. Once to get this bigger piece of paper, and then once, oh no, what I did is I cut this whole shape out again and cut it down the middle so that I would have this piece to cover the foam tape that you see on this side. Does that make sense? I wanted to use a different shaker element. It's a Stampin' Up! One, but they're little round balls, and I didn't realize, I thought they were all the same size, and they're not. Some are quite a bit larger, and they didn't fit in the well, and I didn't want this to stick. I mean, it sticks out enough as it is, but I thought he was so cute, and I think this turned out really, really sweet. And you could actually put a little hook and loop on here if you wanted to keep it closed. But he's so cute. I love his little glasses. I went ahead and I colored him in. I just cut all the pieces out of white cardstock and colored the pieces parts in. This using my mild liner markers. And I just went with that. I did the pink polka dot to match, go off his pink ears. And then I figured it would be cute because it's all the same. So there's that. And that's all I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Plans for today, I was supposed to go up to Des Moines and get my oil changed and all that, and we're all just so tired of running. We decided to take today and just chill out. I'll probably go next week, if not the weekend after. I have that Friday off, so maybe we'll go up on Friday. We'll see. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great week. And I will see you next time. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share my channel, and share your art. We want to see it. We want to, well, you could be inspiring so many of us and not even realizing it. So please share what you make. Love y'all. Bye.